Thank you so much for having me. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about a framework to actually get into an executive role. Every single person here or anywhere that wants it can actually get into an executive role. This framework only needs about 6 months of focus, about 5 different steps. And so I want to show you what those steps are. Before I tell you those steps, and we'll go through building the groundwork, knowing your super skills, preparing your mindset, and then charting the course for that. I want to ask any one of you, do any one of you actually want to go into an executive role? Do any one of you actually want to step into it? What's your thought process on, or even your confidence level from 1 through 10 on how confident you are, and that would be a 10, on your ability to position yourself right now for an executive role? So write in the chat that number from 1 to 10. I kind of cover them. Oh, the high numbers, 8, 9. All right, let's look up. We have 8s, we have 9s, we have between 5s and 9s. Okay, so perfect. I want to get you to a 10. All right. So let me tell you my journey about why this would be possible for you, because it would be basically impossible for me. I want to share you, I am the first generation of US college graduate. I spent 6 years in tech support. Literally, I'm the person on the phone trying to get you to basically reset a modem or reset a keyboard. I have a computer science degree, but back then, because I'm the first one in the US, I didn't know that I was studying to be an engineer. I thought that I was actually studying to fix computers, which was the limit of my own mind, because that's what I thought a computer scientist did. And so in the 20 years of experience that I have today, I have never been promoted. I spent 13 years in one firm. I applied to 27 different positions internally, didn't get the jobs. I created basically my own role since back in 2009. I have been ghosted. I've been told I'm not technical. Mind you, I'm in technology as a technical program manager. I'm going to call it discriminated against when I was trying to get pregnant through IVF, and that ended up being unemployment. Then I was discriminated when I actually got pregnant and lost over $100,000 because I wasn't strategic enough. And then I was laid off. Fast forward to 6 months or about 8 months ago, I actually focused my time between 2 to 6 months. And this is what I was also going through postpartum depression and brain fog. And I became a director of technical program manager, the first female director in engineering as a technical program manager in ad technology for an organization making almost $1 billion. So if it's possible for me, it's going to be possible for you. Okay. So let me tell you the steps. The first step that I took is basically something that we've talked about here. It's the power to getting to know yourself. So what does that mean for me? So for me, I'm a learner. I love learning something new. And so I think it was Matt that talked about putting yourself into a new position and talked about search. I think it was Carpagian that talked about knowing yourself as well. So basically for me, that means I need to know my learning style. That for me is auditory. So I'm constantly listening to an audio, to some sort of podcast. And I spend most of my hours listening to something that I want to enjoy or learn. The second thing that I needed to know about myself was, I know their strengths and weaknesses, and you can do a SWOT analysis, but I really wanted to know what was different about me. What was like my superpower? And in that process of getting to know myself, I actually learned my superpower is being empathetic. Again, another conversation that we talked about here as well. The third thing about me that I wanted to know was my leadership style. What kind of leader do I want to show up as? Who do I want to be? Who do I tend to be when things get tough? And that is basically a servant leader. That's who I really am whenever things get tough. So by knowing my learning style, my superpower, and my leadership style, I build the foundation of what the next step would be. This is the second step. That is, there is something you know almost better than anybody, and you need to actually teach it. So there's a power in teaching what you know. What that looks like for me is I can not only influence without authority, but I can do that while building strong relationships. In fact, usually what I actually tend to do is I bring a program or a project that it's been delayed and has already failed a couple of times. So there's no opportunity for me to be unsuccessful. I have a way in which, or a framework in which I actually build strong relationships. look, the framework is not important. The point is there is something that you have that you can teach, and getting to know what that looks like and teaching it to other people, it's going to get you to the second step. The third step to do that is a continuation of that, which is the power of building a strong, exceptional level relationships. Not just strong, not just exceptional, strong and exceptional level relationships. Guess what? I have a framework for that as well. That framework includes making sure that I provide this sort of constant feedback quickly to people, and making sure that I request feedback and I actually internalize and work on it myself. So that's the third step, basically getting feedback in order for you to actually use that to build strong relationships. And we can talk about the how. The fourth one is this thing I'm calling it the power of financial acumen. And what I mean is this: in almost every single thing that you do, you need to be able to understand what that value looks like. And the best or hardest times that I found myself to actually bring value to an org, it's when I'm new. I don't know anybody. I don't know the industry. I don't know what I'm doing. In my role, it's something I'm co-creating with leaders in the organization. But the one thing that I do know is companies would care about either increasing, reducing, improving, or creating something. There is no other reason why a leader gets hired but this. And your ability to know which one of these things can you really, truly deep dive into adding value, that's going to get you to the fourth step. Let's get you to the final step. That final step, it's the power of investing in yourself. And when I say investing in yourself is once you get to know yourself, it's finding where you're landing, finding your airport. Did you know that a bottle of water can cost you $1 at Costco if you buy it in a 24, 48 pack? I think it's like 100 packs you have to buy at Costco. And at the airport, you're buying that same bottle of water for $6. I think it's $8 now. Because you have to find the place that it's your airport, the place that needs you right now with the way that you're coming in. So the final takeaways are this: know yourself, shift your mindset into embracing change, know what your superpower is, teach and build strong relationships, and find your airport. And with that, I will leave you with this. I have in here, I don't know if you can see it, an envelope. If I open this envelope, it has a gift. Can you see the gift? Yes, you can see the gift. That gift, if I open it, it has one ingredient. Let me see if you can see that. Can you see it? Maybe not. Maybe let me see. What do I need to do in the video? So share it. Maybe here you will see it. Hold on a second. Yeah, I can see it. That is you. Because turns out that you don't need 6 months to become a leader. You don't need 5 steps. You don't need all of these new things that you want to learn. What you really need is you. It's the power to show up as yourself. It's being authentic. It's leading with, I think it's called empathy, is what Janini said. We need more maps that are teaching, whether it's search or anything else. We need more Carpathian that is talking about the mom journey and authenticity. More Sunder that is bringing in the immigrant and family story, really the values that you care about. We need more Pragna that is doing impactful volunteering. More Girish with 5 steps, starting doing things and just do it and you will figure it out. Not maybe climbing the full mountain right away, but maybe just from your car supporting your child. We need like Sonal, the power of giving back. Like Stiran, we need to show up early and prepare. Like Parna, we need what is meant for you. It's going to find you. And VJ said, the 2 stories of volunteering and decision making. Ultimately, what we need is you. So I'm asking you if you can accept the invitation to show up as you. Thanks.
Awesome. Wow. A lot of practical stuff that I know all our audience would have resonated with. And I saw a lot of 8s, 9s, and 7s. So very useful, practical information.
One last question. How do you guys feel between 1 to 25 which is the amount of times I said the word you. How do you guys feel about empowering yourself to show up as yourself? What's that number looking like?